Data card filled up, on we go. There are two ways to look at this. One definite way to look at it is the way that they're looking at it, which is to say, okay, why don't we go ahead and say that this stuff is probably safe? Because if it's probably safe, then we'll wait for studies to come out and prove otherwise. But it costs more to buy organic food. So we're going to wait. Is that a good idea to you? Or there's the logical, intelligent way to look at it, which is to say, okay, we know that this is pesticides, and we know that they are based largely in most of our foods. Like they say a little bit is safe. Well, I almost never eat Kellogg's, so it's probably safer for me. What if somebody eats it every day? What if somebody already has a susceptibility to certain illnesses to begin with? And this issue of not having proof. Look up GMO rats. That's all you have to do. I mentioned it on the Media Speaks the other day. That's all you have to do. There is all the proof that you need because they were fed GMO their entire lifespan. Not a little bit of GMO for a little bit of time. So by the day, the AAP just loses credibility. And they say that you're a conspiracy theorist or you're weird in the head if you're somehow in favor of knowing what's in your food, or if you're in favor of stopping what you see as eugenics, which is, for those of you that don't know, they want, and by they I mean Queen Beatrice, I mean the Rothschilds, I mean Bill Gates. They are on record as stating that they want to cull the population. That means they want less of you and I and more for themselves. Look up eugenics. It's not something that I created, but it is something that you have got to learn. Literally, your life depends on it. The show is brought to you by the Arcadia Grill. If you have not checked out the Arcadia Grill yet, what are you waiting for? It is delicious. It is located on Court Avenue. They have a liquor section, just delicious. Drinks are fair priced and made very well. I suggest the spaghetti and meatballs. It's delicious. Make sure you go. The Arcadia Grill, tell them you are from, or you heard about them from the correct views. And trust me, people, you will not be disappointed in that meal. Yahoo News, urine-powered generator unveiled at International Exhibition. This is great. I absolutely love this story, and I'm just going to read a great big chunk of it because I finally got some good news. 4 African girls have created a generator that produces electricity for 6 hours using a single liter of urine as fuel. The generator will be unveiled at last week's Mark Fear in Los Niagara by the 4 teens TWO-Urine, here we go again, Adebola, Akendi Abiola, and Feliki Oluwatoyin, because I'm not going to try to pronounce it, all age 14, and Bello Inoila, 15. So, I guess, when you're younger, your name's more complex. I'm kidding. So how exactly does the urine-powered generator work? Urine is put into an electrocytic cell, which separates out the hydrogen. The hydrogen goes into a water filter for purification, which then gets pushed into the gas cylinder. The gas cylinder pushes hydrogen into a cylinder of liquid borax, which is used to remove the moisture from the hydrogen gas. This purified hydrogen gas is pushed into the generator. I wish I had my graphics because I would like to show you this machine and these wonderful, intelligent women. I also would have the sample of, tinkling in the background. I don't, because the camera that you are seeing, video quality, is too high for my laptop. So I have to get a better computer, and that's going to be a bit pricey. So please donate to the show if you can. But look it up, it's worth doing. I'm going to go on with this because I love it. And as for delivering the fuel itself, well, we'll leave that up to the consumer. Very funny. The Maker Fair is a popular event across the African continent, drawing thousands of participants who travel to Lagos to show their inventions and other practical creations. You know what? I would like to think that things like that will take off. How long will it be before they're, considered impractical, or before the EPA steps in and says, oh, it's unhealthy, because they want you to continue with the status quo? These women are heroes. Two more things I want to get to. Walmart workers gear up for Black Friday strike. California workers announce a second strike. Many of you know, I talked about it on Media Speaks. Look up Correct Views, Media Speaks. It was last Saturday. I can't stop talking about it. Black Friday is coming, and I'm saying tie up the Walmart employees as much as you can and don't buy anything there. If you can't do that, I'm saying that because it makes them miss the employees that are striking. If you can't do that, then just avoid the store altogether. Walmart is a place where you should avoid, even if you have to pay more money to go somewhere else, because Walmart is destroying our country. They have a significant effect on our welfare rolls, and leave a comment and I will explain how that is. I've done it in other shows. I'm not going to repeat myself, but I will be happy to fill you in. Walmart is sending people in droves onto our welfare rolls. Black Friday shopping bonanza brings people out to line up in front of stores for hours before it begins. It has trampled people, but not profits for companies that reap a large chunk of their annual sales on the day after Thanksgiving. At Walmart, the world's biggest retailer, the world's largest shopping day generates more than a quarter of annual sales. Now, with the help of online organizing and our Walmart workers are gearing up for a walkout on Black Friday. The workers hope to highlight what they say is the unfairness of having to work for low wages in poor conditions while Walmart profits. Love to hear it, so I'm going to keep on keeping on so you can hear it. I'm reading away. They also say that they are protesting a retaliation like reduced hours and lost jobs that followed a wave of walkouts at Walmart stores and warehouses in recent months. Warehouse workers at Walmart in Southern California said they will go on strike this week because retaliation from the administration has not ended. There we go. That is how you stop these things from happening. You get together. You don't worry about whether you're white or black. You get together and you stop the oppressors, because they don't care if you're white or black. They just want you arguing about it so that you don't unify. Adding to the tension, many Walmart employees will be working through the Thanksgiving holiday to get ready for Black Friday. This essentially cancels Thanksgiving for hundreds of thousands of workers, said Dan Schladelman, director of Making Change at Walmart, on a conference call to discuss the upcoming actions. Lots and lots of Walmart workers are going to be forced to not have Thanksgiving because they are going to be preparing all day, the busiest shopping day of the year. And what do they make? They make absolutely nothing. That's what they make. They make enough to qualify for welfare. Since October 15th, the campaign has raised more than $13,500 towards the strikers. And you know what? I support that in every way. Do not support Walmart under any circumstances whatsoever. Alright, I'm not going to read these all at one time, but I'm going to break these up over the next few days until the whole thing has gone through. 55 reasons why you should buy products that are made in America this holiday season from the economic collapse. And this is great. Yes, I know it is very tempting to buy foreign-made products. After all, they are almost always cheaper, but most people don't think about why they are cheaper. Unfortunately, in the name of free trade, American workers have been merged into a global labor pool where they have to compete directly for jobs with workers on the other side of the globe that live in countries where it is legal to pay slave and labor wages. This makes employing American workers a tremendous liability. And whenever you hear these sorts of things, you think, oh, I can get it cheaper at Walmart. It's costing you money. Do you understand that? It is costing you money because you are paying for jobs to be sent overseas, and you are paying to support a store that is going to send people home with no paycheck that will keep them off of welfare, and then you will also be paying for the Walmart employees' welfare by supporting Walmart. There's 55 of them, and I'm not going to read them all. I am going to quickly read the first 15. When you buy products that are made in America, you support American workers. No. When you buy products that are made in America, you support companies that are doing business in America. That's a good one. In 2000, there were more than 17 million Americans working in manufacturing, but now there are less than 12 million. Open your ears! The United States has a trade imbalance of more than 7 times larger than any nation on earth has. Our trade deficit with China in 11 was $295.5 billion. That is the largest trade deficit that one country has ever had with another country in the history of the planet. In 2011, our trade deficit with China was 28 times larger than it was back in 1990 and more than 49,000 times larger than it was in 1985. 49,000 times higher. Well, I don't think China's quality of life has gone up 49,000 times, now has it? And I'm not afraid to say that I don't give a damn about other countries. I care about my own country. Other countries can take care of themselves. And if they can't, then there is a time and a place for charity. But what we are doing with China is not charity. What we are doing is sending our jobs away so that they can further take advantage of their own people and demoralize them further. That's why Apple has suicide nets around their building. That was 6. 7. When NAFTA was passed in 93, the United States had a trade surplus with Mexico of $1.6 billion. In 2010, we had a trade deficit with Mexico of $61.6 billion. Yeah, and that's done them a lot of good. They're loving to stay in their country. Oh, no, they're not. They're still sneaking into ours because Mexico's doing the same thing that China is. 8. One professor has estimated that cutting the U.S. trade deficit in half would create 5 million more jobs in the United States. 9. Overall, the United States has run a trade deficit of more than $8 trillion with the rest of the globe since 1975. 10. According to the Economic Policy Institute, America is losing 500,000 jobs to China every single year. I don't know. Anybody happy about that? You want to go buy another piece of Chinese crap? And you might ask, well, how do you avoid it? Say the camera that you're speaking into is probably Chinese. You know what? You buy used. That's how you get around it. You buy used because they don't get any money for it that way. Use the thinking part of your brain. 11. The United States has lost an average of approximately 50,000 manufacturing jobs a month since China joined the WTO in 2001. 12. According to the U.S. Representative Betty Sutton, the United States has lost an average of 15 manufacturing facilities a day over the last 10 years. In other words, we are making nothing in this country. Okay, we are basically creating and making nothing. And this has all happened within 15 to 20 years. Why? Because you people want to know about Lady Gaga and all of her brainless stupidity, don't you? 13. During 2010 alone, an average of 23 manufacturing plants were shut down in the United States every single day. 14. Overall, the United States has lost more than 56,000 manufacturing facilities since 2001. 15. The United States has lost a staggering 32% of its manufacturing job since the year 2000. I will read more of these the next time I'm on. Let me know which one of the first 15 that I gave you has frightened you the most. Which parts of this are you most concerned about? Leave a message. Please, not nearly enough if you are leaving comments. Make sure you give it a like or a dislike, but if you give it a dislike, make sure you leave a comment because I'll be very interested to know and we can open up the debate about what sorts of things here that you're not seeing, because if we keep on the path that we are on, people, we are going to be over. You are listening to The Correct Views. Thank you for doing so. Please donate to the show. Leave a comment letting me know that you can donate. Every single penny that you give me goes into a better show. And I appreciate every cent that I get. You are listening to The Correct Views. Good night. God bless. And share this video, please.